Welcome back, Seekers, to the third part of the Ophel series. Part 3 is where we shift from theory into actual magical training. If you haven't listened to the first 2 parts, click the links below and consider subscribing to stay notified of upcoming lessons. Like and share as well, so that others can find this channel and benefit from the material. In this part, we move into the technical exercises that develop your powers. These rituals do more than train creative visualization. They begin activating your latent abilities. Now, without further delay, let us return to Ophel's text, where he explains why most people fail at creative visualization, and why these exercises are absolutely necessary.
Laws governing creative visualization. The first main reason why the creative visualization process does not work perfectly as it should work for the average student is implied in the title of this book, Creative Visualization. Half of the creative visualization process consists of a procedure called visualization. Now, exactly what is visualization? A glance into the dictionary gives the following definition: to make or to become visible, especially to see or to form a mental image of. The natural ability to be able to form a clear mental image of something in your mind memory is an ability that not every person possesses. Certainly, this is an ability that varies with different people and varies widely even with those who possess the ability naturally. Here then is one of the main reasons why this mental creative visualization process does not and cannot work for all people as it should. Because an ability to create clear mental picture images in the mind is required. And not all people possess this image creation facility naturally. I did not have this facility myself, and I had to work hard to get it in enough degree to get positive results from my creative visualization work. I have no doubt that those writers who wrote those previously referred to books about this creative visualization subject possessed those creative visualization mental image-making abilities naturally, and it probably never occurred to them that others did not have that ability in the same degree that they had it. I want to call your attention again to this strange omission of all practical exercises on developing mental images made by the previous teachers of this art. Obviously, as the art succeeded with them, they just assumed that all other people had this ability too, in line with that joke. Well, doesn't everyone? The lack of a positive image-making facility is one of the most potent factors in the failure of this kind of creative work. And the omission of any kind of exercises in those books to develop this ability in you is inexcusable. How could you possibly succeed in this work if you cannot visualize? If they did not think that everyone possessed the same ability as they did, then I am at a complete loss to account for the fact that none of these people gave any exercises to develop this ability in their students. One thing I can say for certain is that in all those books I researched on this subject, not one of them gave any of the following work that I am going to give to you. Work to enable you to develop your visualization ability as much as is needed for your creative work. In the beginning of my occult studies work, I was not able to proceed in this art until I discovered and developed the following exercises. Practice with these exercises then enabled me to learn to create clear mental images of the physical things I needed or desired. And I can tell you that when my mental creations were clean-cut and clear, then my creative visualization wish succeeded. Now that I have emphasized the importance of physical visualization, I will give you some work in it. The visualization work practice in connection with this first part of the mental, physical, creative visualization will be a magical ritual. In this magical ritual, you will use a great deal of mental imagination in connection with physical actions. You will first learn to work the ritual physically and then work it mentally, visualizing it as you work it. Finally, you will 1. First, work it physically. 2. Then work it mentally. 3. Then work it both physically and mentally at once. This will be the first part of practice visualization in connection with developing this faculty in you. The second part will consist of work with symbols.
In short, most people fail because they cannot form clear, detailed mental images. Ophiel is about to teach you the first set of exercises to fix this. Ophiel now presents a magical ritual that fulfills the first 2 laws governing creative visualization. This ritual is ancient, foundational, and potent when practiced correctly. Students of the occult will recognize it as a cornerstone working, one that strengthens the visualization faculty while also purifying the aura and invoking higher forces into your field. This ritual gives you practical magical operations you can use throughout your life. Practice it morning and evening, and observe how your inner and outer world begin to change. The ritual will be broken down into several parts for clarity. By the end, you should be able to perform it all seamlessly as one ritual. Back to Ophiel's instructions for the first part.
Start your first work in the following manner. The first work will consist of a very simple-looking little ritual. Now, if you want to make a big mistake that will hold up your magical proficiency for a long time, just imagine, as I did, that because this ritual is so simple-looking and sounding, it does not amount to very much, and so neglect to learn and do it. This simple-looking little thing is very helpful and very powerful. Learn it and use it all the time. Memorize the following material and memorize it so well that you will be able to recite it easily without stopping to think of what comes next. The ritual sounds easy, and it is easy, but it is a bit complicated, involving, as it does, some movements and word actions. If you continue in occult work, and you should, you will eventually understand the meanings of the words and actions, but for now, work the ritual as it stands. It will still work. 1. Touch the forehead and say, Ata. This means thou art, or you are. 2. Touch the lower breast and say, Malkut. This means the kingdom. 3. Touch the right shoulder and say, Vegevura. This means, and the power. 4. Touch the left shoulder and say, Vegedula. This means, and the glory. 5. Clasping the hand and fingers together before the breast, say, Leolam. Amen. This means forever or for eternity, so be it. This ritual exercise is the preamble to the next section.
This exercise is also referred to as the Qabalistic Cross, and we will improve on its form when doing the full ritual later. Here, we have used the correct classical spellings, which may differ slightly from the Ophiel text. This isn't simply a rereading of a classical occult text, but a deepening of the work. The Qabalistic Cross is used to align with the divine light above the crown of the head, and to center oneself within the cosmos and in the heart center. It accomplishes this by establishing a column of divine light and energy from the highest spiritual source at the crown, down through your being and into the ground. By calling upon these divine forces and creating this spiritual axis, lower vibrations and negative influences are pushed out, creating a sphere of protection and spiritual authority. The Qabalistic Cross is a powerful tool for grounding and building a connection with your higher self, and also for transforming negative states into positive spiritual ones. It does not just remove negativity, but also replaces it with divine presence and spiritual power, creating an environment where negativity cannot easily reside. It's a key step in more complex rituals and for daily spiritual fortification, and a foundation practice in the Hermetic arts. We suggest taking the next weeks to practice this simple exercise morning and night, and using it before any ritual or magical undertakings. Learn it well and use it often. We echo the advice of Ophel here. Do not make the mistake of dismissing this ritual because of its simplicity, or because it resembles some religious prayer from a tradition that you do not care for. This is not offered here as a religious practice, but as an energy technology from an old magical rite. The next exercise we give you will prepare you to perform the full ritual that will be presented in the next video, and will train your visualization skills. You will learn to create 2 specific mental images, which we will use in a full magical operation next time. A dagger and a blue flame. For the dagger, you will require either an actual steel dagger or an image of a steel dagger. We present one here that you can use, or you can search online, in a magazine or anywhere you prefer, until you find an image that you like. And then, when ready, look at the dagger and concentrate on it. Then, close your eyes and attempt to recreate the image of the dagger in your mind's eye in detail. Do this until you can easily recall the dagger in your mind. The carefulness and the accuracy of your work in setting up this and the other models for visualization processes is the degree of magical accuracy you will attain in your magical work. Feel free to pause the video and do this practice now. Now, for the blue flame. Look at the color of a blue flame as is created by a gas stove or alcohol lit on fire. We have recreated the color on the screen for your reference. As is the previous exercise, practice until you can visualize the color of the blue flame and recall it to memory perfectly. Feel free to pause the video and do this practice now. We will leave you with these practices to perform and perfect. The Qabalistic Cross morning and night, the visualization exercise of the dagger and the blue flame. Additional tips as you practice these 2 visualizations over the next week. Make sure you are comfortably seated or standing if you prefer. Relax your body and take 5 slow, deep breaths with your eyes closed. When you are ready, open your eyes and proceed with the exercise. Do not tense or force. Simply let the image come to your mind's eye. Be patient and slowly increase the time you spend doing this exercise from 1 minute to 5 minutes maximum as you start to get the hang of it. With these exercises, you will develop the concentration and visualization powers of a true magician, and you will be prepared for the next exercise that follows, which is also an extremely important and foundational hermetic ritual that will compound your training and development. As always, like and subscribe to stay tuned for the next lesson. In the meantime, arise and awaken.